Hey folks, this is Karen Trepte of Gaijin Works Coaching, and I love to give you guys a GPS for time and money. Today I'm going to be talking about really one of the huge secrets to growing your money, and that has to do with compounding interest. This is a multiple attempt to get the tech right. So if you've already seen the other lives, okay. But anyway, the rule of 72. Have you guys ever heard of the rule of 72? It was just made famous in a way by Albert Einstein, who loved it, who loved to use it. Basically, the rule of 72 just means that you take that number, it's a mathematical formula, you take the number 72 and you divide it by the interest rate that you are getting a return on your money, and that will equal the number of years that it will take you to double your money. And of course, that's what we want to do, right? We want our money to be working for us. We've worked super hard to earn the money, so we want to keep as much as we can, enjoying a really high quality of life, and we want to be able to grow the money. So I think I figured out how to share the screen with you now with this particular software, so I can do that. I still don't know how to see your comments. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and share this. Whatever comments you write in there, I will definitely answer for you. So let me share the screen and get started with this part of the presentation, so it will at least be cohesive when I put it on my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see it there. Okay, so here we go. We're going to share the screen, and we are going to take a look at, oh my goodness, show current application, zoom to app windows. This worked just a second ago when I tried this. Okay, so we want to do the entire screen. All right, so let me move this over. Well, maybe we're going to make some progress here. All right, so we're going to go back to this one and slideshow. Let me get rid of these little boxes here, and okay, at least you can see me talking at the same time. Eventually you're going to figure out how I can get your questions at the same time. So for the rule of 72, as I was saying, it's a mathematical formula. You take the number 72 and you divide it by the interest rate. Will show you how many years it takes for your money to double. So, see if this will work. If you get, for example, 1% from your bank, which actually in the year 2018 is a generous amount on a regular checking or savings account. Most of them are running at about 0.1, so about a tenth of 1%. Or maybe, if you're lucky, 0.2, 20% of 1%. But let's say the banks are being generous and you're getting a 1% rate of return. It will take you 72 years to double your money. So, if you're lucky enough to be in your 20s, and you put $10,000 of your hard-earned money into a regular savings account at 1% interest, it will take you until you're 101 years old, or 72 years, literally, to double for you. So we definitely want to do better than that. The company that I work with allows me to give free consultations because I market for over 100 of the really top name brands, A+ rated companies. So this is not Karen's, out of the trunk of my car operation. These are names I guarantee you will recognize them. You can see Transamerica is one of them on the bottom of the screen. So, if you get 4% rate of return, it's getting a little bit better. Sometimes you'll get 4% rate of return in, say, a certificate of deposit, or better known as a CD account. Again, that's something that you can get through the banks. Will take you 18 years for that money to double. So if you put in that $10,000 at age 29, by age 65 you will have $40,000 in your savings account. Keep in mind that there are penalties for withdrawal and all kinds of rules and regulations. You always have to read the fine print. Also keep in mind that all these things are my opinion and for information purposes only. Yes, I have an MBA plus an extra master's degree, plus I went to the College of Financial Planning for 2 years, but I did not get my certified financial planner designation I was going after because my mom got Alzheimer's and life changed. So, this information is all just to give you some financial information purposes only. So if you increase the interest rate again to 6%, which a lot of the products of the companies I work for actually guarantee without any of the risks of the stock market volatility, they guarantee you that rate of return. You will know for sure that your money will double within 12 years. So if you put in again the $10,000 at age 29, by age 65, you will have $80,000, which is twice as much as growing it at 4%. So take a look at that. Good question to ask right here is if I could double that interest rate for you again, which a lot of my clients are getting. The historical rate of return is about 10.22%. If I could double that rate of return for you again to 12%, not only how many years would it take for your money to double, but what would that number be at age 65? A lot of people answer, okay, if you double the interest to 12%, of course at age 65 it would be $160,000. But take a look at the math. This is the beauty of compounding interest, and it's why it's a very important secret to growing your money. So at 12%, it would only take you 6 years to grow your money. And look at that. At age 65, you would have over $500,000. You'd have $640,000. I also want you to look at something else here which is super important. You can tell I'm not in my 20s anymore. So this would have been a great lesson, although I did learn a lot about finance even in my 20s, so not complaining. My dad opened Merrill Lynch in Japan, so this is why I love it so much. I want you to take a look at, if you put in that $10,000 when you're age 29, you're going to have $640,000 at a 12% rate of return by the time you are 65. Are you even thinking about retirement? Would you like a product that you could save your money and you could use it before retirement? I have answers to all that. All you have to do is get on a free call with me and I can explain that part to you. But for right now, for the education portion of this, please notice that to have that $640,000 at age 65, you only need to put in $10,000 when you're 29. A lot of folks will tell me, hey, I'm having a good time. I'm just barely getting out of school. I'm getting on my own. Why would I want to save money? Well, here's a good reason why you would want to save money. If you wait until you're 35 years old, only a mere 6 years later, which believes me, the time does fly by fast, notice that to get the same $640,000, you would have to put in double the investment by age 35. You would have to put in an entire $20,000 instead of $10,000. Okay, well, by age 35, you might have a child or two and just be starting your career and say, hey, I'm still young. I'm having a wonderful time. Why do I need to start saving right now? Like, I have bills to pay. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. So take a look again, a mere only 6 years later. Believe me, folks, it does fly by fast. By the age of 41, to get that same $640,000, you need to put in $40,000, which is 4 times as much as you would have needed to put in at age 29. This is part of the secret of compounding interest. Now, I would say even in your 40s, that's a pretty good deal if you're going to get $640,000 back and only put 40 in. Pretty fantastic. You still have the time for it to grow. So, that's it for today's lesson on compounding interest. And I'll go ahead and put this down. See if we can get back up to here. And see if I can bring this one up. So, there you go. If you've got any questions at all, please do tag me on this Facebook Live or simply set up a time and we can chat. I love chatting with my friends. So, I'm going to hop back over to Facebook right now, see if there are any questions. I'll answer them right now. But for now, that's it. Have a gorgeous weekend. Relax, enjoy, and have a good time. Sending you loads of light and love. Talk to you later. Karen Trepte, Guiding Works Coaching.